Yesterday game was horrendous, bro. I mean, it was bad. I mean, this one might be one for the ages, bro. I can't even lie. The referees just exposed their hand so bad, bro. I mean, they just didn't care no more. They didn't care. The world was watching how bad the cause was. They didn't care at all. They was going to get their issue off against the Fever no matter what. And I'm here to tell you, that's exactly what went down, bro. I mean, they got their issue off in a major way, bro. I mean, there was countless of times I could literally look at the screen and know that was a foul.
What if I told you the real star of the WNBA drama isn't a baller, but a ref on a mission with a whistle blazing hotter than a summer scandal? Buckle up, because we just dug up footage so wild, reality TV seems like a bedtime story. Caitlin Clark didn't just take a hit, she got absolutely jacked. And the evidence? It's messier than a food fight at daycare. What this ref pulled off. You've got to see it to believe it, and yep, every jaw-dropping second is caught on camera. Let's dive straight into the madness.
So lads, today the referees gave the report on the situation, and it's even worse. It's even worse than I imagined, and it was pretty grim. Like, it was a pretty grim overall, it was a pretty grim overall.
Watching the WNBA and seeing how things are run, seeing how things are done, and after you've seen what it looks like to get it right, you come in and see something looking really wrong, you're going to call it out. It is what it is. You're going to be critical of players. If they do something shady or classless, you're going to call that out.
And the whistle blares again, not for a foul, not for a travel, but apparently for the crime of simply being Caitlin Clark. Because let's face it, this isn't basketball anymore. It's a full-blown soap opera with refs playing the role of over-the-top villains. Between the ghost fouls, the magically invisible punches, and the whoops, didn't catch that moments, WNBA officiating has spiraled into pure mayhem. These refs aren't enforcing rules, they are unleashing chaos like whistle-wielding gremlins straight out of a bad fever dream.
I wanted to share with you guys an article that I found that honestly gives us so much insight into the WNBA referees, how they are hired, how much they make, and there's one section that really stood out to me, and they break down essentially why they are making the calls that they make, and they also talk about the influx of new fans flooding to the WNBA. They talk about Caitlin Clark a little bit. This article to me was really telling. It actually came out in January, but it was published by SB Nation, and it's entitled How WNBA Referees Are Scouted, Trained, and Held Accountable.
The audience isn't confused anymore, they are straight up drained. This isn't drama, it's sabotage in slow motion. Crooked refs aren't just botching calls, they are sucking the life out of a league meant to be rising. Fans don't show up for chaos, they want competition, not some ref-fueled improved circus. It's like tuning into a baking show where judges yank the oven plug mid-bake, then blame the baker. And Caitlin Clark? She's the one left smiling through gritted teeth as her masterpiece turns into a puddle of floor soup.
I mean, you would think with what they say coming into the season, Kathy was made it her business to let them know that, referees is going to be getting assessed for this next season to make sure they're making the right, proper calls. Man, at this point, we need NBA refs all the time, bro. I don't want these YMCA, junior league, high school ass referees, bro. We need real life refs because as of right now, they're costing the Indiana Fever major games that they definitely need to win.
Let's be real, Caitlin doesn't just look tired, she looks soul weary. And not the played 40 minutes, dropped 30 points kind. This is that deep, existential burnout that hits when you know you could score 60 and still get hit with a charge for breathing too loud. She's carrying a franchise, a league, and half the women's basketball world on her shoulders. And meanwhile, the ref's out here practically knotting her shoelaces mid-play, doing everything but handing her a blindfold and saying, "Good luck."
You remember how last year started? You remember the lopsided officiating that we got last year? The All-Star break comes around, the Olympic break rolls around, and then what did we hear from Lynn Dunn? Lynn Dunn goes on the Dan Dockage show and she calls out the officiating. She calls out the referee. She calls out the WNBA. The lopsidedness that is being shown not in favor of the Indiana Fever. The clear biases when it comes to foul calls. The clear biases when it comes to not calling foul calls. Last year, it took us halfway.
Of course she's depressed. Who wouldn't be? Imagine being world-class at your job, showing up every night to do the impossible, only to realize your toughest rival isn't even wearing the other jersey. It's the striped whistle gang, somehow blind to full-blown assaults but laser-focused on calling her out for asterisk existing star. It's like she violated some top-secret anti-glow-up clause. What's happening to Caitlyn isn't just wrong. It's asterisk Looney Tunes asterisk wrong. Like she accidentally wandered into a dimension where common sense got left on read. And Coach Stephanie White? She didn't just lose her cool. She handed it over, gift-wrapped, to a science lab. She looked like she was auditioning for asterisk whose line is it anyway asterisk, but every prompt was react to another laughably awful call. She was pacing, shouting, turning redder by the second, a walking thermometer of pure injustice. This wasn't coaching, it was a real-time TED Talk on gaslighting. And the refs? They weren't even pretending anymore. They were just riffing, making up rules like it was open MIC night at the jazz club for officials.
Things a little bit holistically. I think Caitlin Clark is a really hard player to officiate, much like Diana Taurasi was throughout the course of her career, for a couple of reasons. Caitlin Clark regularly gets picked up in the full court. She also gets blitzed more over the course of her career than any player in WNBA history, or in that period of time. And she also creates some contact herself on the offensive end of the floor. She is very difficult to officiate because of all of the contact that's happening around her all of the time. That being said, I was in contact with a number of WNBA coaches yesterday about this topic of the officiating in the WNBA, and all of them said it needs...
There's no sugarcoating it. Caitlin Clark's being treated like she committed a felony against basketball, when all she really did was make people asterisk care asterisk about it again. The WNBA asked for visibility. Well, congrats, now you've got the whole world watching. And the refs? They are squinting into the spotlight like vampires at high noon, panicking under the pressure of real attention. They didn't plan for fans, or slow-mo replays, or people actually asking, wait, what was that call? Now every whistle becomes a meme, and Twitter's got Zapruder-level breakdowns of every flop, fake, and physics-defying foul. And it just keeps spiraling. Caitlyn goes for a fast break, asterisk bam asterisk, whistle. Nails a clean steal, asterisk oops asterisk, violation. Breathes too confidently in the paint, asterisk tech star. Meanwhile, the opposing team's out here doing full WWE auditions and getting dapped for it. It's like the refs think they are flipping through a choose-your-own-adventure book where every path ends with Caitlyn in trouble. But this isn't just bad officiating, it's psychological warfare. She's a rookie playing with a vet's poise, under pressure most stars don't face in a decade, with a target on her back the size of the Midwest.
By sharing that the officiating in the WNBA became as hot button of an issue as any. Heated debates surrounding the league's physicality dominated the headlines, particularly when Indiana Fever star rookie Caitlin Clark was subject to several intentional fouls. Now, they also brought up Game 5 of the WNBA Finals. We actually made a whole video about that as well because there were some suspect calls at the end of that game, and a lot of people felt like the WNBA Finals were actually rigged.
Every time Caitlyn rises, someone's right there to shove her back down. Sometimes literally. And on the sidelines, Coach Stephanie White's turning into a one-woman highlight reel. Her reactions now more iconic than the plays themselves. She's basically the unofficial voice of reason. If reason wore a blazer, threw clipboards, and yelled like the building was on fire, you can almost hear her internal scream. Asterisk, are you kidding me right now? Asterisk every other play. She's protesting so fiercely, it's shocking she hasn't been mic'd up and given her own post-game therapy talk show. And really, can you blame her? Watching your star player get hacked like an old email account while the refs stand frozen like overpriced lawn ornaments would drive asterisk anyone asterisk over the edge. But instead of lifting Caitlyn up, we're frame by framing her getting body checked like it's forensic evidence, while the refs strike their best I saw nothing pose. It's beyond frustrating. It's like we've all slipped into a parody universe where brilliance gets benched and mediocrity earns a standing ovation. And honestly, I don't even know anymore. But what I do know is this: something's gotta give. Because if this is how the league treats its rising stars, the spotlight won't just fade, it'll burn out. If you're tired of the nonsense too, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. We're not done watching, we're just getting louder.